Feel incredible!
It's not a cartoon, it's anime!
Yes!
We back.
Welcome to another episode of Animeshun. The dynamic duo is back in the house, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Chance, you not on that freak ass shit you was on last week.
What I say?
the tag, the double team, the double stuffed or whatever you were saying.
I didn't say double stuff. I said double stuff, bro. I didn't say no shit like that.
You did say some crazy. You came in, Paul, wild last time. You was like the double stuffed, the double. You was just
You said double team or something like that?
Yeah, you was wilding. You was wilding on that last one.
Hey man, so we back in the house, man. Man, so what you been up to anime wise? I know you caught up to some things.
Yeah, man, Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days finally caught up, and he's caught up, and we're finished with it. We didn't necessarily know that, but we thought that they were going to drop new episodes, but they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't give. I feel like with Netflix, especially when they're dropping they're dropping it episodic. Yeah, they're not letting you know, like, all right, man, this is
the last one.
This is like, gear up. You know what I'm saying?
They like some shows. It says it's the final episode, but it doesn't like announce it. It just kind of like last episode, like a real low. But it didn't have that for this one. Yeah. But they haven't. I'm just assuming that this is the last one, just because one, they haven't made new episodes in weeks, but also two, people were saying, like, I was reading not necessarily reviews, but when I went to check to see if there was any more episodes, they was like, this is it.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Because I would think that they would be saying, hey, 2 more episodes left. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like prepping you for, even building the hype of the last episode. Because I'm sitting there getting upset because I'm waiting for my wife because we were watching that together. And I was just like, man, yeah, I'm caught up. I was like, oh man, I'm like 2 episodes behind, I think, because I ain't watching it in a few weeks. And then we started talking about the last episode. He was just like, oh, that's the last episode, nigga. I was like, oh, I guess I'm caught up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. How did you feel? I mean, like I said, I was watching it episode by episode. You said you got a chance to binge it pretty quickly. Same thing like you did Attack on Titan.
And which everybody's mad at me for. Nobody. No, not mad at me, but everybody give me shit about it.
Well, yeah, you just didn't have to endure the heart wrenching, gut wrenching, or whatever. Just like fuck another part 1 or part 2 or part 3 or part 4. Just wrap this shit up. You know what I'm saying? I think that does affect the viewership of a show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're even watching it episode by episode, like how I was with Sakamoto Days. Mm-hmm. So it's like you got a chance to watch both of those shows in chunks.
I caught up to Attack on Titan right before the last part. Like right before that. Like literally like 2 weeks before. I was all caught up.
What did you before we get into that then, what did you ever rank Attack on Titan? Did it crack your top 5 after watching it?
All time, no. But it's definitely, I would give it like an 87, 86. 8,700, 8,600 overall.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, I think it's one of the greatest pieces of anime ever made. I would say that. I don't have no issue saying that.
Yeah, I don't knock anybody for saying that it's in their top 5 because of one, the cultural impact that it had for sure in anime. Like that shit took the world by storm. Yeah. And even with us having to wait for as long as we did, people are still talking about like, man, at the end of the day, man, even if you don't fuck with Attack on Titan, Eren Yeager was right. Like, like, kids, everybody still kind of talks about that whole, just the concept and the mentality of like he did the right thing, or if he didn't do the right thing, and
I feel like that was the first time that anime like transcended and went on Twitter and got big on Twitter. I don't know. I can't remember any anime prior to being huge on Twitter like that. Before like Attack on Titan, and we're not even talking about the end of Attack on Titan. We're talking about like that second to third season ish, that 2018, 2019 era, whatever episodes were dropping around then. That's the first time I really saw like Twitter go nuts about anime.
Yeah, and it was like trending. It's becoming a trending topic. Yeah. I think right after that, Demon Slayer had that moment where the episode with Rui.
Yeah, with the spider.
Yeah, that went crazy, and then I went because I remember seeing it. I was just like, "Yo, anime's trending." Because like you had like in the community we knew it was trending, or like you can kind of like hashtag something and see, but like it was trending like worldwide, and we were just like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. So
Attack on Titan might have been one of those early ones, which is interesting that I mean I think Attack on Titan it's not
I can't as somebody that loves Naruto, I don't remember the finale being. I also wasn't a Twitter guy. I was a big Instagram guy, but I don't remember the end of Naruto being on there. But it was one of the biggest moments in anime. But I don't remember it trending and transcending into social media like Attack on Titan. I wasn't on Twitter and I didn't watch Attack on Titan. Yet I knew that Attack on Titan was jumping on Twitter.
Well, I know Dragon Ball Super when it came back and Goku Black showed up. That was kind of crazy, and then the Tournament of Power, Goku going UI was crazy. Mm-hmm. But I forgot what years that was, and that still might be.
I feel like that was Black was definitely before. Black was 17. Black was 2017. I don't know if and I think because he went Ultra Instinct when he fought Hit, right?
No, he went Ultra Instinct when he fought Jiren. He never went Ultra. He went when he first fought Jiren, and he threw the Spirit Bomb, and You finished talking about this nigga, bro. I should spoil it for you because this is your fault at this point. It's just your fault.
You told me to sit down and watch it and just take an hour. It's like an hour or two, right? It's just the whole Tournament of Power.
No,
it's like a supercut that some you see.
Yeah, there's some cuts on YouTube where essentially because I mean they're gonna go to that supercut on YouTube is gonna pretty much be Goku versus Jiren. That's what's gonna be like the hour. If you want to watch the whole Tournament of Power. Because there's other dope ass fights to me. Like there's dope fights in there where Hit pops in there and he does his thing, then he gets smoked out by Jiren, and that's when you kind of see the power levels. It's like, oh, this nigga Jiren's is a dog.
Yeah.
And then you even see where Kale and Khalifa when they fuse and they do their thing. But even before they fuse, the first time I think you get to see Jiren go to work is when I think it's Kale. She's just going crazy because she's in her Broly form and she's just snapping. She's going nuts and she's fucking everybody up. And you see Hit step in and it just goes like, ah! And everyone's like, she just kind of explodes and gets fucked up. And it's like, oh shit, okay, he's different. This nigga's the dog.
What's because the only reason I know how powerful people are, honestly, is because of Spark and Zero. Because I used to play that a lot when it came out, and that nigga Jiren was tough to beat. And also too, Topo.
Yeah, Top.
That nigga was hard to beat. So like I was just basing. He's the second strongest, right, out of Jiren's group.
Yeah. So how they have it set up before they even get to it, they have like a pre-tournament of power type thing, and it was like that's when they kind of test Gohan, see where Gohan's at, and see if he actually got stronger. So Gohan fights and he ends up winning his match, or he either won his match or he tied his match, and then Goku ends up fighting Top. And then, or Topo, whatever. And then they kind of go at it. And then that's when he kind of tells them, like, hey, if you're struggling with me, there's a nigga in my universe that's stronger than me, bro. Yeah. And he's a lot stronger than me.
Yeah. So that's why I was just like, playing Spark and Zero and seeing how tough he was to beat, I was like, yo, this dude must be tough. Like, he must be really good in the actual Tournament of Power. So, yeah, I haven't watched it. By the time we film again, I would have watched it.
But I feel like those moments, Ultra Instinct for sure was viral online. People were going crazy because how he transformed.
The music and everything.
The music, all that stuff. And then when he transformed multiple times, when he did the Kamehameha and he skated.
But he did go Ultra Instinct against Hit, but it wasn't for long.
No, he didn't go Ultra Instinct against Hit.
When they had that first tournament, when he met Kel and all of them, he went Ultra Instinct for like 2 seconds. And he was like, I couldn't sustain it. But it was long enough because he had to because Hit was messing with time. And he was like, I can't beat this nigga. Like, I gotta find something else. But he wasn't able to hold it.
I don't remember that, but
because he's like, God's not helping me. Like, Red's not helping me. Like, this nigga is packing me up, but he keeps manipulating time. So I have to go Ultra. Like, I think that's when he first found it, but he just couldn't keep it. If I'm not mistaken, that's because I was like, oh shit. And that was like 2017, 2018.
Nah, there's nothing on here saying that he went. They're just saying that who would win, but because I know he went KO Ken. I think he went KO Ken.
Against Hit.
Yeah, KO Ken times Blue with Blue.
Oh, that might have been what it was.
Yeah, I think it was that, and then that was kind of like. But no, I think Ultra Instinct doesn't even come into play until Tournament of Power, and we kind of see that. But I think they're talking about the state of it, and I think Weiss is talking about the state of like, hey, there's this this is forming like some of the guys, they can kind of live in that form, and they kind of live in Ultra Instinct, and he's trying to train them to get their body there for the Tournament of Power. So even when he sends Hit to come after him to kill himself, he's like, hey yo, he hired, I don't know if you remember that, but he hired Hit to kill him, to assassinate himself.
Yeah,
and he didn't even have it there either. So, but
So how did he beat Hit in the tournament?
In the Tournament of Power?
No, the first tournament they had.
I think it is a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken.
Because I knew it was a different form other than the regular form.
I feel like it was Super Saiyan. Did he do it then? He was just like, I was going to use his form against I was saving this. I remember he was saying like I was saving this for Beerus, but I got to use it. I got to pull it out against you. And then when Beerus sees that,
oh yes, it is. That's what it was. So that's what it was. It says he was not being able to overpowering his time leap ability with superior strength, not by being faster than time itself. First by predicting his movements, and later by using the immense power of Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken.
Yeah,
so that's what I knew. He had a different. I knew it was something. It was a different technique that he used to beat him. So that's what it was.
Because it's funny because when he brings out Super Saiyan, when he brings out it was funny in the Tournament of Power when he's fighting Jiren for the first time. He was like he brings out Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times to max it out, and he's doing it and Hit is smoking this. I mean, Jiren is smoking this nigga still. It's nothing. It's like literally like it did nothing. And then Beerus is like, why don't he use the technique that he going to use on me? It's like the nigga did. The nigga did do it. It helped out for nothing.
That's crazy.
And so he ended up doing it.
And they didn't go. Did he go Ultra Instinct in Broly? Or did he know it yet? Because Broly post. What is?
I think Broly ends up is technically in between the Tournament of Power, because I think I remember seeing that, and I was like, should they somehow bring Broly into the Tournament of Power?
Broly would have dog walked everybody.
I think the issue would have been is that he's uncontrollable and he doesn't know what he's doing. So somebody like Jiren would have did a thing where he packed him up. Now Jiren might have had to power up a little bit more, but remember Broly's just going insane. So he's not necessarily using these dope ass fighting techniques because you gotta be able to stay on that platform.
I don't know the rules.
Yeah, so because you didn't watch, but yeah, so there's essentially like a platform that they're fighting on, and then you get knocked off this platform, you essentially disappear, and you just reappear back at the thing on the outside, and that means you lost. So it's like, so you don't even have to be stronger than somebody. You can essentially trick a nigga and knock him off. And you can't use flying technically.
Oh, so it's straight, really not straight hands, but damn near.
You use all your power. You just can't.
It's like the tournament, the real tournament, the World Fighting Championship.
Essentially, yeah. But you could and I think you wasn't supposed to even be able to use the earrings. But they were just like, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's see what happens if you guys do this. And so they were kind of like making the rules as they were going. Essentially, Zeno was just kind of like, I like how they look. Let it slide. Like that's pretty much what he was doing. So when you watch Tournament of Power, I think it's super dope.
Do they ever, even in the manga, show how powerful? I know they reference it, but do you ever see Zeno's power?
Yeah, because you see what he does in there is pretty much he's just like I mean it's kind of similar to I think what they say in there is that he's powerful, but he can't necessarily fight. So
he ain't got hands,
right? So let's say he's sitting there, and let's say Black Frieza wants to just blitz him. He might be like, "Hey, what's this guy doing here?" And Frieza might be able to blitz him so fast he can get rid of him. So that's why he has bodyguards because he's not going to be able to square it with a nigga and get it off. But if you see Frieza, like, I don't like how he looks at me, and he'll just kill him like that. He can just snap him and he's gone. So, but I think those
does his bodyguards get active?
They're supposed to be, I think, the Grand Kai, like the little short dude with the white hair. I think he's supposed to be technically the second strongest in the universe out of all the universes, and I think his bodyguards are supposed to be like right under that. Yeah, and then you have the angels like probably are under that in a sense.
And then you still have Beerus under him, under the angels.
Beerus is under the angels. Yeah.
And then Whis is an angel.
Yeah, and supposedly there's other universes that, I mean, niggas have done things that are not canon, and they made things where like these other universes have demon realms, and these demon realms are technically like there's stronger people there than even the gods, and then technically Jiren was I think he's technically probably stronger than even some of the God of Destructions. They just he just didn't want to be one. That's why Toppo was supposed to be next in line to be a God of Destruction. That's why you see him. Well, you can watch it, but like he essentially, when he's fighting Vegeta, he kind of gets that moment to where he has his moment where he turns into a God of Destruction and he uses that power, that destroyer power, and he's fucking shit up. But like the manga, I mean, I say read the manga too, because the manga, Gohan get active in the manga.
Is it still called Super?
The manga?
Yeah.
I think it's Super Manga. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe in the manga. I think in the manga, fucking Gohan might fight Top instead.
They switched it in the anime?
I think he fights Top. I think he does. I'm almost positive he does.
They one of my favorite parts of the entire Broly movie is when Broly starts swinging on Whis. Like, I probably got super hyped when that happens. And I think the theater got hyped when that happens too, because everybody was like, hold on now, Whis. Like, hold on, Broly. Like, that's not a fight you want, big dog. And then Whis was just like, hey, hold on, hey, chill out. Like, and
he spared him.
Yeah.
Because he could have just knocked him over the head like he does Beerus.
Yeah.
Knocked him out and be like, all right, this fight's over, bro.
Right.
But he essentially still let them niggas ride. But I would say, like, all those moments, even circling back to what you said from a Twitter standpoint, I think that all those moments kind of like were before, like, kind of like were the first kind of moments on Twitter from an anime perspective. I think Super for sure went viral. Attack on Titan went viral.
Yeah.
Ultra Engine went viral. I can't sit there and say that it was massively viral, but Goku Black I remember being viral because people were like, "Oh shit, and this is a villain." Yeah. And even though we saw versions of Goku, like we saw like Turles or whatever, like his brother or whatever it is, it's like
Vegeta's brother.
Yeah, but Turles is Vegeta's brother. Mm-hmm. Who's the one that looks like Goku? Who's the dude from Tree of Might? It looks exactly like Goku. Remember he fought the dude from Tree of Might, the movie? And he's eating that big. He's that fruit. And he gets fucking super strong. He's fucking up Goku.
Oh, that might not because
that's Turles.
Then who is Vegeta? Is Tarble?
Tarble, I think Tarble.
Tarble is
Vegeta's brother.
Okay.
Turles is I'm almost positive Turles is
I think I'm getting Tarble confused with Turles.
Yeah. And Turles might not be Goku's brother for.
Yeah, Tarble is Super Saiyan Vegeta's brother's. His younger brother. So then that's Tarble. So then Turles.
You're saying that Turles is technically. It said some say Turles could be Kakarot's long lost brother, cousin or alter ego.
Okay.
But they're saying, I guess technically, since I don't know if it's technically not canon. I don't believe.
Yeah. So he's not.
Yeah.
He has no relation.
But I think also too. We get to Sakamoto Days in a second. We're just having a good conversation. But I think that Dragon Ball Z has. They're one of the worst animes when it comes to like keeping characters and
keeping characters
and doing things with characters that like you bring them along and all of a sudden this nigga's gone.
I mean, Toriyama literally forgot Super Saiyan 2 existed.
Yeah,
like he was just like, well,
Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 3.
3 maybe.
I think it was 3 because it never comes back like that.
Yeah, he forgot. Yeah, he forgot it because he was just like, he forgot 3. He literally forgot 3 existed. So it's one of those things where like if he and his logic was, oh, if I forgot, like if I remember new things, I have to get the old stuff out. Like he literally said that. So it's like that's probably has a lot to do with that. It's like if this man forgot Super Saiyan 3. Then these other characters, Tarble and Turles and all of them, don't stand a chance.
And that was my thing. Was like, you let so many of those things go to the wayside that could have been super dope. That could have been expanded, and and just done in a way to where, because I always feel like there should be a thing where all these saying they got killed in a sense. Some of these niggas, because why have these niggas wished them back yet? Like Vegeta hasn't wished none of these niggas back and said, you know what? What about my race and bringing them back and either giving them another planet or, I don't know, I mean, you probably want to bring them to Earth because they're trying to destroy everything.
Yeah, because they're still in that mentality. They still got the hood nigga mentality.
But that's like, I remember...
he good. Vegeta good living in the suburbs. He got a baddie. He got his kids, bro. He good. Like, he ain't worried about them niggas, man.
But there's certain storylines that they could have took. Because even with like Hit, I'm like, nigga, y'all niggas wasted Hit, bro. Like Hit
came in strong.
Even when it comes to the sayings of the other universe, it's like, bro, there's so much storyline with all of that, and y'all not. There's no manga panels being done
because Vegeta just threw Tarble to the wayside. He was like, bro, you weak. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm gonna let you live, but you weak.
Yeah, and then they go to they have the other two arcs with I forgot his name. The goat looking dude. It's
he in the manga.
Yeah, in the manga. But then also too when they have Granola and he find out what Granola is, and Granola's like he ends up being like a half Saiyan. And like they came there and essentially fuck shit up, but they end up he's a half Saiyan, like a half breed versus with this other thing. And then he becomes a dog and he's he wishes for power, but then he gets the power to be the strongest ever. And he's fucking Vegeta and Goku up. But it's like if they ever got animated was like you get to see Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego fight a nigga and get smashed.
Because they don't have...
Crazy.
They're not even doing nothing animated. They did the new one. Did they finish that season? I heard after the first two episodes, I didn't hear anything else about it.
Daima? Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing about it. I heard the first couple episodes and then
I watched all that.
What you think?
It was cool because I mean it was nostalgia in there, but they if you ever liked Dragon Ball, this was for you. They kind of did a good job of mixing Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z because they for sure world builded here. It was a slower pace. Yeah. They world builded. They built the whole demon realm. They showed you where the rankings were at, and essentially Goku and Vegeta couldn't just beat up everybody because they were kids or they got younger, so they can't even power up all the way to where they want to power up to.
But they had the conscious of what level, like what Goku and Vegeta were they?
Essentially, I mean, Vegeta ended up getting the Super Saiyan 3, so we get a chance to see Super Saiyan 3 Kid Vegeta, which is super dope. I think people were hyped about because we never got a chance to see him do that form before. And then they end up getting to Super Saiyan 4. So they essentially make Super
for Canon and Z.
Yeah, and Daima.
And Daima,
yeah. Which is honestly it looked pretty cool, but I think I guess it was like a money play. I think they could have did something with Super. And
what point in the Dragon Ball story is this though? Where is this at? Have they already so is Cell and Baby exist in this universe?
Yeah, that's all done, I believe. This is technically. This is after Boo? Yeah, I think this might be after Boo.
DK, what's up, man? But so Boo, Baby, Shinron, all of them are villains in this world. Not that they're going against, but they've all existed.
I don't know if GT in this realm is like a. Let me see. Age takes place in 775, a year after the Buu saga, and 3 years before Dragon Ball Super in the current canon.
So no GT at all.
They're not even counting GT.
So 4 looks exactly like the Super Saiyan 4 in GT.
Well, it seems like what they did was they're making 4 canon through this. Now, some people said that Dragon Ball GT is technically canon now, but placement and timeline is Dragon Ball Z, including Buu Saga. Dragon Ball Daima takes place years after the Buu Saga, and then Super takes place years after Daima.
So where does GT? GT is way after that then.
Well, people were saying some people don't have GT as full canon because I don't know if Toriyama. I think he wasn't necessarily fully a part of it. I think he might have signed off, but that wasn't his
stuff.
Yeah. The reason why Daima is actually part of the timeline because this is his last thing that he created in a sense, or at least was putting together before.
But all of the manga you've read is Toriyama.
Yeah, because Super, I think he essentially gave Toritaro. I think he gave him notes of what he wanted him to do. So it was essentially like he wasn't writing the whole manga. It was like, all right, I kind of want these things in here or something like this, and then it seems like Toritaro created some stuff, and maybe got it approved. It was like, cool. Boom. This is going to be the next move. So, I can't think of the dude's fucking name. But who the villain that's supposed to fight next, technically, before even Granola? Damn, why I can't think of his name?
You said it wasn't someone start with a Z?
Damn. Dragon Ball villain. I can't think of this nigga's name.
DK says after Boo before Super. Okay.
Moro.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like an old dude. But I think it was dope because you couldn't necessarily use your powers against him. Like you couldn't just power up because he can drain all that shit. Mm-hmm. But like I said, even in that, they waste shit for Vegeta in that. That nigga goes and he goes to the Yardrogs planet or whatever. He learns shit from them. Yeah, he learns the fucking the instant transmission technique. But then they teach him some other shit. He's like, hey, I want to know some other shit that's exclusive to me. And they were like, all right, well, cool. Essentially, we're gonna teach you spirit fishing. And it's essentially like you every time you essentially socking a nigga up, you taking some of their power or whatever the case may be.
Oh, okay.
It was super dope. It's essentially
fishing with a P.
Yeah. So it's essentially I was just like, yo, this is kind of dope for Vegeta to have this particular power, and it can like I love how they were kind of trying to separate him and Goku a little bit in a sense. They weren't chasing the same thing anymore. And then you don't. There's nothing of it, and when he goes and fights what's his name Granola, that shit is gone. It's like we're not even talking about this shit anymore.
He just goes back to square one.
It's back to like I'm going to learn Ultra Ego,
which is different than Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, Ultra Ego is essentially like it's for a nigga like Vegeta. It's pretty much Beerus training Vegeta. So it's Beerus' power in a sense where it's destruction, but like the more damage he takes, the more powerful he starts to get. So it's like, yeah, nigga, keep like he essentially you see him like sock himself. He's like, oh yeah, nigga, like. I'm about to just start to snap because it's like it's essentially angering him.
Does he use it at all?
He uses it against when they fight and it's the last arc in Super when he fights against Granola, and then Granola ends up becoming one of the enemies, and then they end up becoming on the same side, and then these other guys step in, and they pretty much use the Dragon Balls to be the new strongest, and then they got to fight this nigga, and he's fucking everybody up. And then
Black Frieza.
And then Black Frieza just steps in and be like, oh, I'm going to kill this nigga and I'm going to fuck y'all up. Be like, hey, I'm just letting you know I'm stronger now. So get ready, niggas. And
anime villains love popping up and then leaving.
But then the last kind of thing that happens is essentially all the Saiyans come together on Beerus' planet and they're like, all right, nigga, let's see who the strongest is. Let's get active.
Oh shit!
And
you see it? Don't tell me. But you see? Do they get it? You see?
They squabble.
Broly there too.
They got a squabble with Broly.
That's I would not want to read just for that alone.
I mean, you can essentially read that. That's kind of like I don't want to say separate, but like that kind of takes place after Beast Gohan. So you get Beast Go. You didn't watch the movie with Dragon Ball Super?
Yeah, we saw it together.
Yeah, so that's Beast Gohan. He gets like the white hair.
That was whack.
So that's Gohan's new form, and essentially they're like, all right, let's see whose new form is essentially the strongest in this bitch. And
I think there's still nobody, and I don't know, the nerds. Well, actually, but I don't think there's anything stronger than Teen Gohan. I think Mystic Gohan might be close. I've never seen the Tournament of Power Gohan, but I still think like pound for pound. Teen Gohan is still the strongest.
No, you're right. When you read that, you're gonna see.
Because there's nothing that I saw in that movie that made me believe that Gohan was stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
That Gohan. Well, first of all, that Gohan is way stronger than that. It's not even close.
The one we saw with the Cell movie, the superhero,
that Beast Gohan.
That shit was trash.
I mean, it could be trash, but how they're power scaling it is different.
I mean, but we know Dragon Ball Z power scaling is the worst power scaling known to man.
I'm not opposed to that. But when you read the manga and when you watch them essentially go at it and scrap, it's you get a chance to see. And Broly is not to be fucked with.
How strong do you think Mr. Gohan is strong?
I think Mr. Gohan he's strong, but like there's all that shit is done. All that shit is cleared. Mr. Gohan, that shit is getting washed by there's all of them are washing a Mr. Gohan. So that power scale is dead. Like,
well, I know that. I'm just saying in the well, yeah. Cause
I mean, I love Mr. Gohan. Mr. Gohan, I go back and watch that fight with Boo all the time.
I think the strongest version of Gohan is the other future Gohan, Mr. Arm Gohan.
Well, that's not the strongest. I mean, you can't. I guess you can't technically say that. That might be your favorite, but from a power scaling standpoint, the strongest version of Gohan is what the Gohan is now.
Well, yeah. When I haven't even seen it, I'm just saying, like, it's especially just for Z. I feel like that Gohan was in the trenches, and he was just a dog. I mean, he was missing an arm, but
I think that Gohan was, I don't want to say weak, but it was just like the nigga
was helpless.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like there was no more training. There was no more. He couldn't even get stronger for real.
That's true,
right? Trunks is not strong enough to give him a run for his money. The androids are beating the brakes off this nigga every chance they get, and he's not getting stronger. He's not getting no Zenkai boost for whatever reason off that.
How did he? Oh no! I take that back. I take that all the way back. Because now in my mind I'm thinking because Gohan was his training. Gohan was Trunks' training.
Yeah, in the future.
In the future,
mm-hmm.
And then he died.
He died. That's when he goes
Trunks
back.
had to go. Yeah, I take all of that back.
Yeah,
I take all of that back. I just think it was just cool seeing that nigga with one arm. I just had to think about it in my mind.
They got smoked, bro.
Yeah, he got cooked. Because
remember, Trunks comes back, smokes those androids in seconds.
Yeah, he's like, and he smoked Cell out too.
Yeah, so it's like, but even when you go to the new future, when it's like Trunks with the blue hair, and it's just like that Trunks comes back and he's stronger too. It's like he has
that shit pissed me off though. That I'm not a god, but I have the god-esque. Man, get that shit out of here, nigga.
I mean, it was his version.
So
he did his version of the spirit bomb.
He got packed up too with it in his sword. The spirit bomb is in my sword.
I mean, technically, he cut him in half and separated him, and that's what fucked him up and got him in space, and
then he immediately came back and packed him up.
That's what happened?
Yeah, he was just like, oh, I'm fucked up. That's crazy. I'm back. Now, my turn. And then just socked him out.
I thought what ended up happening is he ended up becoming a sky.
Because you're talking about when he fought Zamasu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he fought Zamasu as Zamasu. He wasn't black yet.
Nah.
It was a long time ago.
They already fused together.
When he cut him?
Yeah.
Who was that Zamasu pulled up on and killed him at like a dinner table?
At a dinner table?
Like somebody was at a table eating and Zamasu killed him.
I don't remember that. I know when he pulled back up, he ends up he fucks up Goku. I think he ends up killing, that's how to get Goku's body. But he ends up killing Goku's family. Then he ends up packing up. Zamasu don't really kill a whole bunch of people like that. He was trying to kill the other Kai. Then they pulled up on him in that particular timeline in the future.
That's who it was, the Kai.
Yeah,
he killed the Kai. It was somebody at the table. He was just like, and he made his hand into like a blade, and he killed him. That's what it was.
But then they go back in time, and then they see that that's about to happen again, and then they
stop it.
He put the little glove on him, and Beerus is just like, "Hey, my nigga, I got to get you up out of here."
Yeah,
and then
he was like, "Ah!" Yeah. He like probably sucked him up or something like that.
Nah, he just he Hakai's him, and he just blows him up,
yeah,
and you can see like him turning the fucking specs.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But I think that Trunks ends up cutting that Zamasu in half, like the merged Zamasu in half, and then he ends up getting fucked up, and then all of a sudden you see him in the sky. He's the whole sky, and they can't get rid of him. That's when they bring Zeno in, and it's just like, hey man, he's like, I don't like how it looks here. It's kind of scary and dark. Get you niggas up out of here, and then he just blows up the whole universe.
That's what I knew what Trunks. It was something. I was so long ago. I knew what Trunks was trying to do. He ended up not being, I guess, successful with it.
Well, I was mad that they didn't give him that win. Mm-hmm. That somebody else has to come in there. That's
what it was. That's what I was mad about. I was like, he didn't do God. He tried to be a God, and then because I remember us talking about it when I called Trunks overrated. I just couldn't remember what it was.
Well, I don't think he was trying to be a God. I know when Trunks, that was like Beast Trunks or like anger. It was like something like I forgot what they call it. Like this is something, some type of Trunks form where he was like, he had like a blue aura, but he was like buffer or whatever the case may be.
But he said it though. He said like, this is like, I can't go God, but like this is my version of it, because he had the aura around him. Because I remember making fun of it. We had a whole episodes about it. When I called Trunks overrated, I was making fun of him because like, nigga, you can't even do what the big dogs do.
Yeah, but I mean, that goes to the pen of like not letting niggas have it, bro. It's like Vegeta should have had so many wins. He should have beat Frieza and Resurrection of F.
They rewound
it.
It'd be crazy if we just rewound this whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
I think it was like his last real win being Zarbon is insane.
I mean, I guess he technically got some wins in the Tournament of Power. But it's like,
he ain't no bodies in there, though. He just won.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what they got to do. I feel like with Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball going forward, they have to make killing a thing again. Niggas have to go.
You gonna get a hat to say that?
What?
Make killing in DBZ a thing again?
Or
you get a red hat?
Shit, or like make Vegeta great again.
Yeah, make Vegeta make Vegeta kill again.
Yeah, something to where it's just like, you gotta have something. You gotta let other people shine, because that's why even when it comes to like other anime, and I guess we can circle back there now to even Sakamoto Days, right?
Yeah.
Going to Sakamoto Days, and watching that and loving it. There was a moment in time, even on these last few episodes, I didn't like how Sakamoto came back in and kind of saved the day.
Which was a plot point. And I don't think, too, I think with that last episode, the last 2 or so episodes, with him saving the day and they trying to clean it up in a sense of like, no, Shin, I still need you because I need you to say, like, evacuate homeboy that PK or whatever. And it's like Peace-K, or whatever homie name is that shit. Yeah. The Peace-K is the bird. But I think that, in a sense, is... Like, I see what y'all tried to do, but it didn't land. I don't feel like it landed.
Yeah, I think you give Shin that fight. Or you let him power through that, and even if he's almost dead at the end, he's just fucked up. He's just like, man,
yeah,
but I got it. I did it without you. So it kind of sense of like, all right, one, now Sakamoto can trust him to handle some shit. And two... Essentially, we can kind of fight side by side here.
Yeah, and Sakamoto can be like the person, the anime trope where it's like, I'm about to pass out and hit the ground, but you saved me from hitting the ground. Like, it could have been that. Like, Shin packs homie up, and then he's about to pass out, and it's like, I got you, man.
Yeah, it's like, did you see it?
Yeah.
So, you were brave. You did your thing. Good job, man. Just like, thank you, master. I did it all because I want to be just like you. But I mean, I enjoyed the show, man. I enjoyed the show. 22 episodes.
22 episodes. Yeah.
22 episodes. I feel like it was pretty action packed. They introduced a lot of fucking characters.
That was a ton of characters in a short period of time.
Yeah,
because they introduced all of the people, the 5 villains, I guess, the 5 bad guys, the black girl, the black dude, the dude with the strings, the dude that got packed up by Shin in the supermarket, and then
that's black dude. That was the locks.
No, the dude that got packed up by Jin.
Oh, the other
Shin
dude,
in the supermarket. Yeah. Him, and then the other guy. It was 5 of them, right, or 4? It was 4.
Yeah, I think it was 4.
It was 4. So they introduced them. They introduced whoever the dudes that Shin, the 2 twins. They introduced
a dude that
Slur.
A dude that Shin had to fight blind.
Yep, that dude. The dude, the people in the moose head dude, the reindeer head dude, the white hair dude, Slur, the 2 twins at the end, and then all of the people on the island. Homegirl with the threads, the homegirl's niece or something.
The brother at the beginning.
Yep, I said them, and then the dudes that's always talking about he's hot, or what was it? He's the dude with the bombs. but hard boiled. The hard boiled dude.
Yeah, hard boiled.
Yeah, they introduced a ton of people.
And then that's
what's his name? The shapeshifting dude.
Yeah. Then you got. Let me see. I think I had it pulled up for a second.
You got him. You got homeboy with the hammer. You got homegirl with the saw. You got the scientist that was in the lab that got super big that was injecting himself. He reminded me of homeboy from Hunter x Hunter. That was super big. One of the good guys that had that big ass weapon. The glasses. He was one of the good guys. You know when they was getting smoked out by the ants, and then they sent the 3 dudes. The dude that taught them Zen, the dude with the suit, and then the white hair dude.
I forgot exactly what his name was.
But the scientist dude looked just like him.
Yeah.
They had him. They had the homeboy with the old man with the sword that wasn't to be played with. They got a ton in 22 episodes, we've at least named 20, 25 characters.
Yeah, shoot.
And I will say this, all of those characters are way more memorable than any character introduced in Solo Leveling. I just want to add that.
Minimalist, Dump, Saw. Yeah, it was hella characters, bro. The OG dude, the dude that took over the dude's body. The teachers, the movie guy.
The movie guy that ended up being a spy. I think there's too. The thing that pissed me off, what happened to the black dude before that fight? Because he was just like, hey, I got to fight. When the dude eyes got taken over and stuff, he was like, yo, this dude getting out of hand. I got to fight him. But Shin and the other kid ended up fighting him, and he was nowhere to be found. And he popped up at the end like, oh, okay, let me clean this up and help you guys. Like he was supposed to be fighting.
With the teacher?
Yeah. The black dude's like, hey, let me fight. And then they's like, no, we got this, and stepped in. He's like, okay, well, then we'll just fight him together. He wasn't in that fight at all. And he never got killed. So I'm like, what happened to the dude?
I got to rewatch that. But I do feel like sometimes they'll either skip some stuff or some stuff that's kind of just like they were just wrapping it up quickly.
Yeah.
But I still say I do like a lot of the characters that they introduced, because a lot of people that they introduced was fun in a sense. Where it's like even the dude that was like had his strings or whatever. Mm-hmm. Essentially, like he kind of like wanted friends, right? In a sense,
he ended up being a good guy. Now.
And it ended up turning into a good guy. Mm-hmm. I wish the black girl would have survived longer.
She got packed up.
Yeah,
she never stood a chance.
But then the girl that's like dressed like a goth with the chainsaw or whatever,
briefcase.
She's a dog. She's cool in there.
It's just great fights. I think it was action packed. I think I wanted to see more from those characters, especially what's his name, Gagamo. Yeah, I think it's
Hugamo
or something like that. But I wanted to see more of him. I think out of all the characters introduced, he was probably the most interesting. Homeboy with the hammer was pretty cool. I didn't see much of him. I would have liked to see more. There's other characters from the Order that we haven't seen. I guess we kind of seen Homeboy with all the metal attached to his face. He packed some people up, but it was more off camera. He socked out Sakamoto a little bit, so he's giving like the brute, but we haven't really seen him get too active. And I don't think we've seen Briefcase Girl get active like that. So I think that there is still a lot a lot of meat on the bone, if you will. But I'm excited for it.
Who were some of your favorite characters?
What's Homeboy name?
It's Nakamoto.
Nagamo. Yeah. Nagamo. Yeah. Favorite characters. Nagamo is probably my favorite out of everybody. I like Shin. But I wouldn't say he's necessarily my favorite. But I like all of the characters. Like nobody was super annoying yet. And I think maybe because you preface with homie being whack and then turning cool, I was like, okay, he's cool. So he was fine, but I understood where you were coming from. I'm not a fan of Slur. I think because the mystery of him came and went, I thought that was going to be a bigger piece of the pie. I thought, like, trying to solve the mystery, I thought of Slur and trying to see where, like, who is this dude with the X's and stuff. I thought that was going to be a bigger piece of it. I thought it was going to be more of a mystery, but it's like, no, it's Slur, and this is his real name, and he used to be cool with Sakamoto, and it was just like, they just kind of gave it all to you super quick. and the mystery, like, why spend all that time trying to figure out who he was or trying to build this up? Like, this is going to be a mystery that we have to unfold, and he's going to be killing people, and they literally solved it in an episode.
Well, it sucks because I think with anime, especially when it comes to Netflix, you don't know how long shit gonna last. Yeah. So I feel like sometimes they get in with like, hey man, you niggas might not get a season 2. Right. So figure it the fuck out in 22 episodes. And I think, remember, it was like a part 1, so I think it was like the first, I think 10 episodes or whatever it was, and then they got cleared for the second part or whatever it was like that. So it's like, it's one of those things too, it's hard to say, where I feel like a JJK and a Demon Slayer, they were already prepping for those to be a long form thing. Yeah. Whereas this is just like Sakamoto Days may or may not hit. Yeah. And if it doesn't hit, we're stuck at 22 episodes. At least let us give you something to where, all right, there's something here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. I think that Slur could have been a little bit more of a mystery. And then I would like to see that when he did pop up, like, he's so scary that niggas is like, Slur. Like, it's this scary, scary thing. Whereas it seemed like not too many niggas are afraid of him. Sakamoto didn't see him and was like, oh fuck.
He was like, I remember you, nigga. Yeah. And then they would even talking to each other. It's like, hey, y'all remember, the other people in the order knew. He was like, hey, you remember Nishiki? And it's like, oh yeah, whatever happened to him? It's like, yeah, he's Slur. And it was like, oh, all right. Like, yeah. Nobody was like, that nigga Slur? Like, Nishiki?
It should have been to where Slur had hella potential and was crazy, and then he left because he felt like he was something to where it was just like, yo, he either killed somebody super strong, and then we're like, oh, okay, we know this nigga's power. Or Sakamoto saw and was like, this was the only nigga that gave me problems. Yeah. And it's going to be a problem. And now that I'm fat too, fuck. I can't even fight this nigga head on like this.
Because it's the inverse. Sakamoto's the only person to leave a mark on him.
Right. So, but even if you look at the old dude, when the old dude walked through and he stepped up, that nigga didn't see Slur and was like, "Oh shit, it's Slur." He was just saying, "I'm fucking all you niggas."
Everybody, and then even Slur was like, "I'm not trying to deal with this."
And then I think, like, hey man, deal with this nigga, man, because I don't want no problems with this dude. He's packing cats up right now. So yeah.
So I think, and then I guess I don't know, it feels very JJK, and maybe because JJK did it first, but like the behind the scenes, if you will, of the villains, they're not like, and not saying they got to be in a dark layer plotting, but like them, homeboy with the white hair playing video games, the reindeer dude trying to implement stuff, and like, you gonna do karaoke or what we gonna do and stuff. It's like the silly villains in a sense where like they're not. It's not the league of what's the league of villains that where they're at somewhere and they're doing evil stuff and plotting. I feel like that undercut it Slur too, because it's like, if you're gonna have this dude that's piling up bodies and putting X's on walls, I don't imagine his home base looking like that and feeling like that.
Right. For me, I feel like Sakamoto Days, and I think the good word for it for me is it's fun. Yeah. To me, it's a fun show. Like I said, it's not like a Demon Slayer or JJK where my feelings are not there. Yeah. Like with Demon Slayer, there's moments where you felt, some people might even cry. People cried over Rengoku. Yeah. People cried over Akaza. Yeah. So it's like, Sakamoto Days doesn't give me that at all. Yeah. It seems very lighthearted. It's fun. It's comedy. It's fun. Yeah. And, I can watch this with, from the perspective of just like, all right, it seems like nobody's going to really die that I love. Yeah. Maybe, but I don't get that feeling right now. Yeah. Because Sakamoto's going to come and save the day. Because right now that's how that happens.
And that might change too, in a sense of like, when they get greenlit and say, hey, y'all can do the thing now. And they're like, oh, body's about to drop. We about to slow it down a little bit, or we about to go back to like. But and maybe this is page for page, panel for panel with the manga. Yeah. And that's how they blew up the mystery too, because there's bigger stuff at hand. I don't know, but I just think that it was just like whatever stakes they brought, they immediately messed them up. I just feel like if the Broly movie was a anime, this would kind of be that. Like, super dope to see these characters get active, but we know there's nothing real. There's no real big stakes as of yet. I mean, they try to play with Sakamoto's family a little bit, but it goes out the window as quick as it comes.
Yeah, so we'll see if Sakamoto, like his wife or his child dies, and now he's just like, all right, everybody has to go. Yeah, and I'm going to just murder everybody. But as of right now, I don't sense that. But 22 episodes. How do you feel?
Yeah, also I would the family piece too. I think that it's kind of the Chekhov's gun, if you will, where it's like they keep talking about the Sakamoto family rules. So it's like this has to be one of those situations where it's gonna get broken, and I want to see what's gonna break them. I don't think it's necessarily is gonna be as dark as somebody as his daughter or his wife dying, but I do think that they will be at the crux of it, in the sense of like somebody's gonna take them for real, to where it's like not hard boiled making them go into another room, but like somebody actually with ill intentions of killing them, taking them, and then he's gonna be like, hey, I had to infringe upon the Sakamoto rules in order to save y'all.
Yeah, or they're about to kill the wife or child, and he kills to save them. In a sense, where
He does that. Like that's the only way, kind of like a Joker Batman situation, where it's like,
right,
or like Red Hood of like, hey man, you got to get out of here to stop this. This is the only thing that you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I say all in all, it's a good time. I had a lot of fun. I never got bored. I think the implementation of new characters consistently didn't bother me. But I think if this is just going to be a continuation, I don't see it being a continuation. I think it's kind of like what you said. It's like we got to push these guys out and hope that like all of these characters resonates with somebody, so that gives us more power and more staying power. And because people are connected with these characters, I do think they have really good characters outside of Sakamoto. I do like Sakamoto. But all in all, it's a good time. I would say on a scale of 0 to 9,000, I'll give it a solid 7,500.
Yeah, that's near where I'm at. I was gonna say have a 9,000, about 77, and I'm not mad at a 75, or I'm not. I get it. It's like I said, it's such a fun time. Like my thing was every time we went to go watch it, Janelle and I would order some sushi, and we'll sit there and we'll fucking.
Are you a sushi guy?
Well,
you eat raw sushi?
No. I'm always like either lobster roll, shrimp tempura roll, something cooked.
You gotta cook that shit.
Yeah, I'm not. I used to do raw sushi for sure, but as I got older, I was just like, yeah, it was fucking with me from a even like a texture standpoint. I was like, I had to have it cooked. But that was our thing. We sit there, we'll eat sushi, and we'll watch Sakamoto Days. We'll just laugh and shoot. We'll be 3 episodes behind, and we'll knock out all 3 episodes. Mm-hmm. So it was also fun to be able to watch it with my lady.
Yeah.
And
the lady approved anime.
Yeah, and she like I said, she enjoyed it. She was just like, man, this is it was a good watch. So yeah, 7,700 for me. I definitely recommend it. I would tell people the same thing. It's fun as hell. They gonna throw fucking hands, and it's a good time, man.
Do you have a top 5 lady approved anime? Like, do you have a top 5 animes that you can watch with your lady? That's maybe not even that's synonymous with watching with your lady, not just Janelle specifically. That you like. These are 5 animes you can put on with your lady.
I think Sakamoto Days is fun.
Yeah.
It's tough because I feel like some of these are dark, but I feel like these are ones that I would want to watch with my lady, because it goes back to watching it with my wife. It's like Janelle and I watching Death Note. It's pretty, fairly.
I think
dark.
That's a lady approved
anime.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I think that's a good starter anime for your lady. Like if you have a girl and she's not in the anime and she's like, "Well, give me something to watch. I'll watch it with you." I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I feel like because we just got past the part where he finally killed L.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, "No!" she felt bad about even what's her name, Ryuk, or not Ryuk, but the girl one. They were mad at her for getting killed and setting the whole thing up. Mm-hmm. I think My Hero is fun. I think My Hero is one of those ones where I think people, from a couple standpoint, you both can enjoy. It's fun. It can get kind of dark at times. Mm-hmm. It's lighthearted.
Did you see Erased?
I don't know if I finished Erased.
Erased is, if I can add one, Erased is definitely a watch with your lady anime.
I've told you before, she's Studio Ghibli out the gate. She loves Studio Ghibli. Mm-hmm. Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah. Shit like that. I think she watched Paprika also.
That's not Ghibli.
What is Paprika?
It's just niggas making animes.
Oh, okay.
That's not an anime house, but that's the best way I can describe it. Did she watch Princess Mononoke?
Yep, she enjoyed that. See, I think Princess Mononoke, so that's around 4 or 5. What would you have in there? Promised Neverland.
No, I think Erased. I think Erased is a really good one to watch with your lady. I think Mob Psycho is cool. I think if you want something,
One Punch Man.
yeah, One Punch Man would be silly. Because I'm just thinking the type of girls that I like, and they're very silly. Yeah. They have a sense of humor. So I think that's the easiest way to get them bought in. With something silly, I think the baddies, they're not gonna. The baddies in anime, if they're not watching it themselves, it's kind of hard to get the baddies on the anime. But I think if you were, I think Hunter x Hunter might be a good place to start. I think any anime where like I feel like they putting that shit on, I think that's a really good way to get them into it. Is just like something quick, colorful, and they putting that shit on because a lot of women, dressing as anything. If a woman can get some inspo on how some of the women are dressed in there, I think that's a really good way. So I think maybe a Gachakuta might can get some of the new ladies. I think a lot of people like Bleach. I wouldn't say Bleach is a watch with your lady anime, but I think if they catch Bleach at a certain point, especially if they see Bleach at Blood War, I think your lady would get on with that. Yeah, I think that's a couple that I can think of off the dome.
Okay, you can use that. Make sure I gotta get cracking. But yeah, man. Thank you for tuning in always and rocking with us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, before we get out of here, you almost got me, but you didn't get me. You are watching or listening or both to the greatest fucking anime podcast in the entire world. Matter of fact, that's why we ending this shit. This is Keenan Baker. I'm Ice McGowan, and this is the greatest fucking anime podcast in the entire world. And you want to tell those people?
Thank you for tuning to another episode of Animeshun. We out.
And so anime was solved forever.